Did you guys really think they're gonna keep a shred lord like me down? You can't keep a shred lord like me down. Bro, I have a purpose. You can't keep me down like this, bro. You can't keep... Boys! The power's back! The power's back! Oh my goodness! They tried to take me out! They tried to take out Top Dog Shred Lord. They don't know, bro. I'm like a cockroach. You can't take me out like that. I just pop back up, man. Boys, are we back? They can't take me out. Like, oh my gosh, chat capital's down big today. Bro, power's out. Chat capital's down 3%. What are we going through, bro? We're going through it. We're going through it. That was crazy. That was like absolutely crazy. And there were some shred lords in the chat too. You know what I mean? You can't keep me down like this, bro. You can't take me out. You can't take me out, bro. That's all I got to say. Top Dog Shred Lord, we're back, baby. Chat was good. They really tried to take me up, man. I know, dude. That was crazy. The hype was nuts in the intro. Everybody was geeked. I ain't even pop on the camera yet, and all of a sudden, it wasn't like a. It was just like a darkness, total darkness. Let me see if I took a picture. Let's see if I take a picture of the total darkness. That's the California grid for you, boys. Look at this. Like, this is my flash. This is my flash. Like, that's my place where like the flash on. Pitch black, straight flash. I was like, dang. I was like, that's crazy work. They gonna really try to take out a Shred Lord Koopa like me. Come on. All I'm trying to do is win and shady smart money moves. Why they gotta take me out like this? Why they gotta take me out like this? Anyways, for the Night Squad, the boys that are back. For the Night Squad, for the boys that are back, how the heck are you guys doing? Let's see. Like, bro, you know, I wish I could tell you, Hargo Ben. I wish I could tell you what happened, dude. I wish I could tell you, but the power grid went out. Bro, the power grid went out like crazy. And this, bro, it turned up, bro. It turned up, man. Hold on, let me see. Let me try to show y'all some stats, man. Show y'all some stats, bro. Where is it? Recent, past hour. Oh, they ain't even got none. They ain't even got that damn. Let's see. Because, bro, maybe it is AI. Do you think it's the grid? It's something. It's got to be something. I'm investing behind this mega theme of, like, grid resilience. I wrote in the newsletter for tomorrow. This isn't a joke. I wrote in a newsletter for tomorrow just about, like, what's happening with the grid. Blackout sponsored by Claude. That's actually hilarious. That's actually hilarious. But it was just like, what happened, dude? Like, they really tried to take a Shred Lord out, bro. And I was out for like a whole hour. I was sitting on my couch doing nothing, dude. Anyway, we're back. Happy Friday, Junior. It's already freaking Friday for some of the Shred Lords, but we bounced back like it ain't nothing to it. Let's get it. We a little late, but that's okay. We on God's time. What's up, boys? No, Hargo Man, it wasn't the internet. It wasn't YouTube. It was like all of this entire city. No, county. Like, it was like from this area to the water to San Juan Capistrano, all the way to like Disney area. All blackout, bro. It was crazy. I thought it was Iran. Bro, I thought it was Iran. You know? I was like, hold up. They targeting Orange County servers? I thought it was Iran, boys. I was like, dang, they really did take a goop out. Bro, I swear to God, like, cause I looked across the hall. Me and my neighbor, I don't know them, but we both got our window open, so we rock with each other. I looked at them, I did a little flash. I was like, I did a little boop boop, like a boop boop. You know what I mean? And they did it too. And then I walked to the front door, and look out the front door, whole city dark. Cause there's like a huge mall near me. That mall completely dark, and I was, bro, what is this? You know? And the immediate first thought, I was like, Iran might have gotten in the mix, but they did. We back. Anyway, boys, how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? I guess we trimmed the bots, and we got the loyal crew back. How y'all doing, man? You guys doing good? You guys doing all right? What are we supposed to be doing today? We got a crank, right? Richard, you ready for your interview tomorrow? Wait, are you interviewing tomorrow, or are you like hiring tomorrow? Let's be real about it. Oh, you know what's funny, boys? This is what I was looking into earlier. I was looking into this earlier, boys. Hey, boys, I was looking at Rosetta Stone earlier. I was like, damn, I gotta. Maybe this is why my power went out, bro. I almost kicked in the Rosetta Stone servers. Okay, but hear me out. Here's the funny thing. Though, boys. I actually have Rosetta Stone's lifetime subscription, right? I have a lifetime subscription, and I got it as like a perk at Blackstone like a long time ago. So I logged in with that, but I don't remember my login, and I was like, I gotta practice the Spanish for this team, because they told me like they told me, I was like, you know what, Kenny, it's gonna be a great vibe, but I'm gonna need you to learn some Spanish. And I was like, bet, I got y'all. And I was like, I might as well do Rosetta Stone. And I don't know my login no more, boys. So I gotta figure this out. Maybe I'm sending them an email. But then they're gonna be like, oh no, we can't find your account. You need to go buy a brand new lifetime subscription. Like, how much is it? Let's see. Rosetta Stone lifetime subscription cost. How much is that? Sheesh. For $179? Heck no, I got richer, bro. I ain't spending none of that for Rosetta Stone. Hold on. And chat, which one's better, low key? Which one's better for Spanish learning? Rosetta Stone or Rosetta Stone or what's the name? What's the other one called? Not Duolingo? Yeah, Duolingo. Is Duolingo better? I wasn't capping about needing to brush up on that Spanish when I said it in the street. Dude, Garrett, for some reason, Garrett, you've been absolutely correct on everything related to South Florida. You've been absolutely correct on everything related to South Florida, bro. Garrett does not miss, dude. Garrett does not miss. Anyway, boys, I am going to try and figure out how to use Claude Dispatch. But before we do that, let's talk markets real quick, since everything wants to be a freaking bloodbath. I think tomorrow's gonna be a good day for the markets, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think tomorrow's gonna be a good day for the markets, boys. I'm just saying. This just came out earlier. They said that Trump extends the energy attack pause. Market futures are looking, a little bit positive for that. So hopefully we get a little bit of breathing room. But even if we don't, bro, I think there's still room to play. China had their industrial results come out. That was absolutely a banger. I'll talk about that in the newsletter tomorrow. Meta just spent a bunch of billions on a data center in Texas. Like, it's the same old stuff. But hold on. Netflix is raising their subscription prices by as much as 10% a month? Hold on. This is uncalled for. This is absolutely crazy. Boys, this is absolutely uncalled for. Netflix, everyone's favorite subscription platform, is raising their prices by as much as $2. This is crazy. Oh, not $2, by at least $1. That is absolutely insane. Bro, what? This is crazy. Okay, so if you want to watch Netflix with ads, that's $8.99 a month. The standard plan without ads is now $20 a month. And then the premium plan, which I think is like HD and all that, is $27. That's how you know, y'all, Netflix might be tapped out when it comes to like organic subscriber count growth. That's why you're seeing they're doing all these events. That's why they're doing the Jake Paul stuff, all this stuff. And now they're hiking up prices. Ooh, do you think it's a final push for the stock? You think it's a final push for the stock, chat? What do y'all think? Richard canceled his Netflix years ago. So what do you watch now, bro? What do you watch? Wait, that's crazy. Like, what do you watch? Probably just YouTube, right? YouTube and streams. You think, Hargo, you think Netflix is going to collapse after this? You think so? YouTube? I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Do you pay for YouTube Premium, though? That's the question, Richard. Do you pay for YouTube Premium? Like, I'm curious if you pay for YouTube Premium. YTP. But, like, that's a crazy thing. That's a crazy thing. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is software stocks. And I'm ripping through this stuff because it's like, I got to make you guys, I don't want to keep you guys up way too late, but I'm ripping this stuff because like, there's a lot of things I want to talk about before we get to Dispatch. Because Dispatch, I'm trying to get it. I want to set up a Dispatch so that like when I go to sleep, it's doing some type of cranking. But there was something going on here actually with software businesses. Hold on, Gary, what? You can never catch me paying for YouTube? Come on, twin. Come on, twin. You better click the ads, though. All right, hold on. So, Thoma Bravo actually released their software report. Like, Thoma Bravo released their software report, and it's, like, so bullish on software. I'm trying to find it. Like, I read a tweet about it, but it is so bullish on software. Let me check Twitter, actually. Let me check Twitter. And before I do that, I gotta hide my screen because y'all know Twitter be going crazy. Twitter be going crazy on the twin. But Thoma Bravo's bullish on software while software is down like 20, 30%. It's absolutely insane. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Thoma Bravo. Nalo. There's like the founder of Thoma Bravo is this guy called Orlando Bravo. He's one of the best private equity investors in the game when it comes to software. Here we are. Here we go, boys. Here we are. Yeah, right here. Here we go. Can y'all see it? Can y'all see my screen? If you can see my screen, smash the like button. Just so I can confirm you can see my screen. Make sure you guys smash the like button so I can Okay, wait, so you pay for Apple Music? Okay, so instead of paying for Spotify, you get YouTube Premium, and that also gives you YouTube Music. And YouTube Music has all the same music on Spotify and Apple Music? Really? I've never used YouTube Premium. Boys, I am cheap when it comes to subscriptions. Cheap. Like, I am cheap, boys. Like, OD cheap. But I follow this account called The Iconist. It's like, they're like a funny meme account, but they have like some pretty good tidbits on investing every now and then. And they had access to, there we go. They had access to Thoma Bravo's latest like LP report. And like an LP report showcases what's happening in their portfolio, their point of views on the markets, the deploying environments, valuations, etc. Right? Because LPs are their investors. That's where they get their money from. So every quarter or half a year or annual meeting, they need to put out this presentation just showcasing like, hey, this is where we think the world and the market is headed. And Thoma Bravo is notorious because like almost all of their investments are tech and software. So as you can imagine, if like public company valuations on the tech side and software side have absolutely been getting wrecked, just imagine what's been happening with their private portfolio, right? So I assume there's been significant write-downs and valuations, but what I don't assume is that the underlying fundamentals of their businesses have been getting wrecked. I think it's still very much like, I think they're still in the ball game, boys. I think they still got a right to exist. But this is what they wrote. They wrote, valuations have compressed while fundamentals improved. Public software valuations versus fundamentals. And here's like a chart of like the next 12 months EV to free cash flow multiples. That's like what folks are like paying for these software companies on the public markets. That has been collapsing, right? From a high of last year, around this time last year, of 30 times EV to free cash flow, all the way down to low teens or mid-teens. That is a huge drop, a 50% decline in valuations, while the rule of blank has been improving. And the rule of is like, we're getting a little complex here, but stay quick, boys. Ask any questions if you have any questions. The rule of blank is usually software companies have like a metric called like the rule of 40 or rule of 80 or rule of X, Y, and Z. The rule of is rule of revenue growth plus EBITDA margins, right? So these software companies are having like, sometimes it's like a rule of 40 to where like their revenue plus cash flow growth is in aggregate over 40%. And it's like a rule of 40 business, you know? And that has been increasing. Free game? Hey. The least y'all can do is smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? Truth and Lies podcast. How you doing, champ? Good to see you. I'm out here just trying to get some game to the Shred Lords. Darkest Sunray, what up, top dog? Good to see you, man. Guys, I'm sorry for the restart. We had a power outage in all of Southern California. Well, I don't know if A-Dub was impacted. A-Dub, LA was probably good, right? Down here in OC, bro, we got freaking wrecked. We got freaking wrecked in OC, bro. But we're back, chat. We're back. Kevin, we're back, bro. Kevin, we're back. I thought it was Iran. Kevin, I thought it was Iran. I don't think it was, but I thought it was for a second. But I think it's just like one of their substations is just like old. I keep telling you guys, there's a grid resilience problem here. Like the U.S. infrastructure. I think this is the biggest mega theme that not everyone is spending time on. And I make content on this all the time. I think the biggest mega theme is grid resilience. The infrastructure for America's electricity transmission and distribution. The power poles you guys see outside, the substations that they all connect to, those things are 100 years old. When they first made those, boys, it was literally in like the early 1900s for homes that had literally a toaster as the largest freaking electric item and one gas-powered car. Now that exact same infrastructure and those exact same poles are sending power to data centers, to AI, to brainwatt content, to smart homes, to EVs, all that. Like the power flowing through today's grid is just like 1 billion times more than what the grid was made for, you know? So, and that's just on a normal steady state day. Add on top of that extreme weather events. Like add on top of that when you have hurricanes, when you have fires, when you have freaking cold freezes in Texas, things like that. Like the grid goes into like it goes into a shock. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, it boom, my freaking stream crashes, and I'm in the pitch dark for nothing, sitting here dwelling in my thoughts. I can't make no investments. I can't think of no alpha, no nothing. But now I'm back. And so we're talking about Thoma Bravo, boys. We're talking about Thoma Bravo. They are one of the best software investors in the game. And they put out in their annual LP meeting that just happened a point of view and perspective on software. And they are saying while the world is absolutely freaking out over software valuations and software stocks are falling 50% and they're seeing average valuations crumble 50%, they are like, y'all are tripping. Software is better than ever. The fundamentals, the rule of blank is improving. The revenue growth is improving. The cash flow profitability is improving. And I will tell you guys this, Thoma Bravo, they are some dogs. They are worth listening to. Granted, they kind of have to come out and speak to that because like all of their fund is software. But what I will say though, is that they know what they're doing. And I'm not a fan of betting against funds that know what they're doing. And if you were to ask me, I'm not betting against Thoma Bravo. So this leads to our question, boys, around like, where do we see attractive plays within the software market? Like, where do we see attractive plays within software? You know? So I'm trying to figure that out. All right? I got no freaking clue. But something's got to be said about this. Like, let's take a look. Let's take a look at like software, Figma stock, Snowflake stock. What's an example of a big software company, y'all? Give me a big software company. Like there's Figma, Adobe, right? And I think there's two categories. Of software businesses. Oh, Meta, yep. Right? Oh, damn, what happened to Meta? Boys, what happened to Meta? Jeez. Oracle stock. Jeez. Okay, this is crazy. Software is going through an absolute bloodbath. Okay? We got Figma, everyone's yesterday's favorite design company, down 80%. You have Adobe, another example. They are down 40%. You have Oracle, down 2%. Meta, down 7.9% in a day. I don't know what happened. I have no freaking clue. Apparently, the market is like puking on this name because of like court losses. That's a disconnect. I don't think anything that's happening with the court has to do with this business. You know, but in the course of a year, they're down 9%. But then Snowflake used to be one of my most exciting names because they had a CEO, Frank Slootman. He was a dog. He was an absolute dog. But they're like flat, around like 3%. But this like they're so tied to the AI megatrend that like you can't have AI penetration globally and everywhere without having some of these essential UX layers of software tools. And these companies already have existing customer bases where you can just deploy software. But for some reason, the world is like puking on software. So let's take a look at this tweet. Like I said, this account, The Iconist, I'm not affiliated with it. They just put out some funny, good content on PE stuff. And they're just giving a summary of Thoma Bravo, the best software investors in the game on the private equity side. They're talking about their point of view on the fundamentals and the disconnect between software valuations and software fundamentals. And the big headline is there's panic selling. Y'all need to chill out. You need to sit back and buy the dip. Thoma Bravo wants us to buy the freaking dip, boys. All right, but let's cook up for a second. Here's the fundamental. There's two stats I want to read to you guys. The two stats, Education 101, EV to free cash flow. This is very similar to an EV to EBITDA number, but EV to free cash flow is different because free cash flow versus EBITDA accounts for changes in net working capital, CapEx, interest, and some of those other things, right? Versus free cash flow is like a really good accurate number to show like how much of a business with revenue, with costs, with reinvesting into the company, like how much of like free cash flow do they have deployable to either reinvest, acquire more companies, or to dividend out to shareholders. That's a good stat to know, all right? Like when you're looking at a business and you want to buy a company, whether it's private or public, I love checking out what's happening with free cash flow versus EBITDA. And what they're saying is the average valuation multiple for free cash flow for these software companies in the last year, since January 2025, has fallen from around 30 times EV to free cash flow to it looks as if it's all the way down here at 15 times, a 50% pullback in software valuations, while the fundamentals of the rule of profile has increased like 500 bips. You get me? And rule of, the next part of the equation of Education 101 for software companies, a rule of blank is a stat that software investors and tech investors love to follow because it tracks underlying software company fundamentals. The rule of could be rule of 40, which is like a great thing to see. Meaning I only like to invest in rule of 40 companies, or I only like to invest in rule of 60 or rule of 80 companies. And that number, guys, is revenue growth plus margin, right? So if we are looking at a business that is rule of 30 for top quartile software businesses, that means that some combination of their revenue growth plus their margin profile equals 30%. And what we're saying is software fundamentals of combining their revenue growth and their margin profile has been increasing since July 2023 consistently. That's pretty darn impressive if you ask me. You feel me? So now this is how we understand like what's happening with their point of view. And granted, Thoma Bravo only invests in software, so they have a little bit of like a bias. But like I said 5 minutes ago, boys, I'm not in the business of betting against Thoma Bravo. They know what they're doing, especially when it comes to software. They own some of the best private software companies in the entire world. And they run these things with a tight ship. So this is what they say. They think that the markets, what's happening in the public markets is fundamentals have improved, valuations have compressed in recent periods, and fundamentals and values have diverged. I don't know how to pronounce that. And Thoma Bravo's view is that not all software companies are created equal. And business durability matters more than sentiment. Meaning, does the software company have a durable business model? And I think we can talk about this in two ways. Like, what is a durable software company? A durable software company, is it something like Figma? Is it like, boys, girls, do you think this is a durable, put it in the chat. Do you guys think that Figma is a durable software business? Given everything we know about AI, everything we know about Google Stitch, do we feel that this, even though it is a software company, do we feel that it's durable? I'll answer it for you. I don't think so. I honestly, it's tough, but I don't know if it has the best durability layer. Now here's another one. Snowflake. Snowflake, they do cloud-based data analysis and data management, right? Is AI disrupting that as much as they're disrupting some of the graphic designing tools? Not as much, but because Snowflake and other things like CrowdStrike and Oracle, they're sitting within the overall ecosystem of software. Naturally, you start to get like, it starts to get spoiled by the rest of the apples in that same bucket, right? I'm not saying Snowflake is the greatest software company to go buy, and I'm not recommending go buy in the dip, but I'm just saying that this, in my opinion, at least checks the box on this point here around a business durability point. And I think it's selling off because of a little bit of sentiment, right? But we got a lot more we gotta dive into, but I'm just saying that like not all software companies are created equal. And as we see, Figma is chalked. Snowflake, they might have a right to exist. But let's and then the last point is dislocation creates opportunity. I say this in our streams all the time, boys. Scared money don't make no money, right? Like scared money don't make no money. Like we're sitting right now in a global warfare with Iran. Valuations collapsing. Some of the most attractive AI names plummeting. Some of the most attractive industrial names plummeting. One of my favorite names, Clorox, going absolutely to the S word, right? And you're seeing just really good flagship businesses, some are software, have a pullback. And is that a time to sell your equities? Absolutely not. Is that a time to like deploy into index funds and run off scared? Absolutely not. Sit in cash. If you are a smart investor that know how to play ball, sit in cash, wait diligently, and not track the craziness of the prices of assets, but instead patiently track the fundamentals of the businesses you guys are excited about. That's how you rock, right? To where if you pick your circle of competence, right? That could be software, it could be AI, it could be industrials, it could be consumer, right? Pick your circle of competence and you just monitor weekly, monthly, right? Operating performance that you're seeing from earnings, from news releases, from any type of like underlying industry data and KPIs that you can get to pinpoint what you view is a best-in-class business that is growing organically and fundamentally And then how does that relate to a price I'm willing to pay for that quality of earnings and quality of business? And how does that price that I think I'm comfortable paying relate to the price that the market is valuing it at? And oftentimes, more times than not, when you have a true solid intrinsic value of a business that is fundamentally strong, growing, has a moat, and cash flowing, but the market is in like a super ridiculous, crazy, spooky season, like warfare or tech sell-off, you get crazy disconnects oftentimes in the prices. And what does that do? Boom! You find that moment where sell-off and fear and sentiment has created such a drastic disconnect that it is a no-brainer for you to buy this thing, because even if they just stop growing, you're still gonna make money because of the gap and the valuation entry point. And if that does not deserve a freaking like, but jeez, boys, we're cooking. We're cooking because my power went out. I owe you guys. I owe you guys locked in Kenny because my power went out. Okay? So, but we're not done yet. There's more slides. So next, for the first time in a relatively long time, software has traded at a discount to the S&P 500. That's huge. So with S&P 500 software and services sector on sale for the brave. This is only the second time since the global financial crisis that software has traded at a discount to the S&P 500. Dang, that's crazy. Like, this is like the only time where software companies are on the clearance route. Like, think about it as like a grocery store. Like, we're walking into the grocery store, chat. All right. Like, no, I want you guys to picture this. We are all at the freaking grocery store, right? We're at the grocery store, and this grocery store is called the stock market. Come get your stocks, aka your groceries. We walk in, and the most expensive things, of course, are AI. But then you look to like the far end of the grocery store that no one wants to go to, the clearance rack. And if you look in the clearance rack, you have companies with some of the highest growth rates, best margins, crazy free cash flow, and they're on sale. Chat, they are on sale. I'm talking Snowflake on sale, Oracle on sale. Atlassian, I don't even know how to pronounce that, is on sale. Isn't that crazy? Now, granted, some of them are going to be junk. Want to know why? Because why would I buy Figma if I can just literally buy Google Stitch? You know? But it's like we're living in a world now where like this is the second time in history that software companies are trading at a discount to the S&P 500. That's crazy. So there's different views in the market, and they say that one view of why it has sold off is that growth has slowed, and then number two, AI has compressed margins, and three, business models may be at risk. That's fair. Another view is that growth normalized from unsustainable levels. AI expanded total TAM, strong increments have emerging growth. Okay, that's what like potential points of views are, but I want to see what Thomas Bravo's view is. In Thomas Bravo's view, we already talked about this. Not all software companies created equal. Business durability matters more than sentiment, and dislocation creates opportunity. Okay, and then this is a good chart here. Let's unpack this. Public software company fundamentals have remained very strong. Growth, gross margins, and revenue visibility in software have exceeded those in other industries. Okay, so we saw that software companies are trading valuation-wise at a discount to the S&P 500. Software companies are growing on average 17% plus per year, or they grew 17% last year, while the rest of the S&P 500 only grew at 6%. So why are they trading at a significant valuation discount if they're even growing at the revenue level higher? But then let's also dive into the margin layer. Like on the margin layer, and gross margins, if you all that aren't familiar with gross margin calculation, is revenue less cost of goods sold. That equals your gross profit. You take your gross profit divided by your revenue, and that's your gross margin. If you compare gross margin of software companies, that is 74% for the large bulk of software businesses versus a 43% average for the rest of the S&P 500. So therefore, you can double the margin profile and you can triple the growth profile, and you still are trading at a significant valuation discount to the S&P 500. That's freaking crazy, bro. It don't make no sense. I swear the market be so goofy sometimes. I swear the market be goofy. Oh my goodness. But then here's what's exciting is revenue durability and visibility. While other industries have to produce a good, sell it immediately in 30 days to collect their cash conversion cycle. Every time they produce something, they need to sell something. Versus software, let me give you guys a really, really, really cool hint. You know, software companies, you gotta, hold on, let me make this big for y'all. Because I swear some of y'all be sleeping on me. I swear some of y'all be sleeping on me. Let me make this big for y'all. Do you know for software companies, chat, you gotta make the software like once. That's it. And then you just like dish it out to customers and they pay you every year for that. Bro, it's a recurring revenue model. So like the revenue durability, crazy OD. The revenue recurring and visibility is crazy. And the stat that Tomo Bravo said is 80 to 95% of next year's revenue for software companies is already under contract because most of these top dogs are under recurring revenue contracts. So not only do you have 90% plus recurring revenue business that's doing 70% plus gross margins when the rest of the industries are doing 40. And you also have revenue growth of around 17% when the rest of the industries are around 6. But yet, this is the one time or the second time in total history that software is trading at a discount to the S&P 500. Make it make sense, chat. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to explain that to you guys. I just wanted to explain that to you guys that like, look, I think some people are tripping out here, chat, when it comes to this. Some people are tripping when it comes to software. Now, the question is like, what's the best software company for us to buy? Like, what do you guys think? Your turn, chat. What do you guys think is the best software company for us to buy? Right? Like, there has to be something that's like an OD crazy. I would not say Figma. We're not buying the dip on Figma. Chat, you do not expect me to pitch Figma to Chat Capital. Snowflake, maybe. I got to dive into the fundamentals on Snowflake. Adobe, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Even though I use it for my thumbnails, I'm not touching that. You guys think Oracle? You think Oracle's a good one? Software can be some good goop. Good quick goop. Low key. Hey, crazy production. What up, top dog? Hold on, I got to do my roll call. I got to do my roll call. What's up, boys? JRE Motivation. What up, man? No shot. I'm 18 and just bought my first business. Let's go. Turn me up, bro. I'm proud of you, man. Turn me up, JRE Motivation. Let's go. Hey, congrats, man. I'm gonna tell you congrats, bro. I'm gonna wrap up the segment, but bro, congrats. I want to hear all about that, dude. Okay, software. Is Microsoft considered a software company? Would you guys consider that a software company? They're down 6% in the last year. What about Google? Is Google considered a software company? What about Google? So in the last year, Google, jeez, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. In the last year, Google, my largest holding, it's up 70%. But I will say though, this pullback is pissing me off. But I ain't mad at it though. I ain't mad at it though, because I got so much faith in this. One of the reasons why I'm excited about Google, and this is not to like pitch my own book. I'll make it very clear I own the stock, right? But what's sick is Google has the customers, Google has the AI tools, they have their own models, and then they have such a diversified global revenue base, whether it is cloud, whether it is storage, whether it is the AI apps, they have all these. But then also, boys, I don't think anyone's been hip to this. Bro, they got Waymo. And Waymo has absolutely crushed it and like reset everybody's expectations for their like autonomous ride sharing thing. Like that's even huge too. Like, bro, Google. I think Google's a cockroach you hold forever, in my opinion. And I'm going to hold it forever. You know? So I don't know. Google could be the play for me, but you know, respectfully, you guys got to do your own. You got to do your own thing. First T, Google runs the monopoly. Low key, you might be right. I didn't say it, but you might be right. Apple's not a software company. They got the hardware play. Amazon is an e-commerce business. Nvidia, they're like an AI picks and shovels business. What are other good software ones though, boys? Anyways, put it. First and foremost, y'all need to be liking you need to be smashing that like button. All right, because this kind of goop, this analysis right here, y'all gotta pay for that. Y'all gotta pay for that. But we give it for free on Smart Money Moves. Anyways, drop you guys' favorite software businesses in the chat down below. Retail tells us ServiceNow. ServiceNow? Is that the same as Service Titan? ServiceNow is what? ServiceNow or Service Titan? ServiceNow. Because you guys know the VCX companies, the VCX boys, they own Service Titan, I think. One of those is a software for the HVAC space. That has a moat. They're going crazy on the software model for the brick and mortar software names or HVAC names. But it's not. I think it's Service Titan. Service Titan. That's crazy work, ain't it, Richard? They be watching my stuff, just getting my free goop. It's all right. I love y'all though. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this business, I don't own it. It's a private company still, but they do service software for HVAC, plumbing, electrical, meaning that they allow for HVAC companies and roll-ups to manage their crews, their teams better. And it's like a crazy like value play on the software side, and they crush it. And once you get, and if you are a first mover of a software business in a boring niche like that, it's really hard to replace you. Why? Because the archaic old industry is now so used to your tools and softwares that like they love it. And it's very sticky for them because these old brain businesses, they love what works. Okay. So like vertical market software like this, that's low key a solid play. And look what it does. And I'm not sponsored. It's not an ad. I don't own any stock in it. I'm just impressed by what they built. They have a proposal builder. They have service agreements. They have job costing. They do accounting. They do CRMs. They do client pricing, all that. What is the biggest threat to this business? I think vibe coding. I think there could be some cracked kid, some teenager that just comes up with a crazy baller banger freaking software idea that does this for any niche, to where like you open the app, you explain what your boring business niche is, and it makes all this for you in seconds. That I think could come. I wouldn't be surprised. The way how things are moving with Claude and everything else, I am not freaking surprised, boys. It could be one of those, but I don't know. For now, Service Titan has the scale. They have the scale. But our mentor retail is telling us to look at ServiceNow. Let's go to ServiceNow. How they rolling? In the last year, they're down 37%. Let's go. Hey, you know what we got to do? Chat, we don't buy a stock without looking at the 10K. We got to look at the 10K. ServiceNow Investor Relations. Hook me up with it real quick. Let me show these boys how to get some real goop. Where's the goop? SEC filings. I need that. I need $1 billion with that annual report, though. Sheesh. Okay, can you guys see? If you guys can see, smash the like button so let me know if you can see. It's not working on my end. I can't see it. Can you guys see it? If you press the like button so I can see if you guys can see it. All right. Richard, you're not supposed to say anything. I'm trying to trick these guys. All right. Lock in. So if I go to the 10K, and if you don't know about the 10K, the best thing you can read on a business at all, they have to reproduce it every single year. And it's like a book on the business. It's literally a book on the business. And as we can see, that ServiceNow is down 40%. They're down 40% year over year. Now let's understand what's happening with this business. In 1 year, they grew their cash on their balance sheet by 61%. They grew cash on their balance sheet by 61%. Okay. They're making strategic investments. They got a strong property portfolio. They have solid goodwill from their acquisitions. Okay. They have about 1.5 billion of net debt. No short-term debt. All right. What about the revenues? If we look at the revenues jumped up 30% year over year. Okay. And then checking out their Let's do like their EBIT, right? Their EBIT is, let's see what their EBIT is. EBIT is, what's that number? 1.8. So 1.8 divided by the revenue, 1327. Okay, hold on. I'm trying out my calculator. So if I divide their income from operations, which is their EBIT, 1824, divided by their revenue, 13278, 13278. That gets me 13% margins on like a EBITDA margin basis. But then I add that to like their 30% revenue growth. This is a 40% plus rule of business. It's a rule of 40 plus business that fell 40% last year. That has cash growing 60% year over year. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. This is crazy work. Let's go to the cash flow statement. Let's go to the cash flow statement. Net income of 1.7 billion. Boom, boom. Stock-based comp is huge. You gotta account for that in your valuations, though, low-key. Boom, boom. Deferred revenue. They bought some property a little bit. Business combinations. Marketable securities. Oh, they're buying the dip. They're doing something here. They've been buying the dip. The sale of market security, they've been selling some stuff, too. We purchased the common stock. They've been buying their own stock. Low-key, it's been collapsing and they've been buying. It's been falling. They've been buying. It makes sense. It makes sense. This is a beautiful name. This is a beautiful name. And it's down. How much is it down retail? 40%? That's crazy. That's crazy. 40% in the last year. Look at that. Wow. Like, what's happening with this? It's so backwards. But maybe the market knows something that we don't know, boys. Maybe the market knows something that we don't know. But what I will say, though, I'm intrigued to do some dumpster diving in the software space. So I think for Chat Capital, I think we need to put our heads together and try to figure out what that golden cockroach nugget is for software names. Because this stuff is falling and it's falling hard. And I think something is mispriced. I just feel it in my palms, chat. I feel it in my palms that something is mispriced. And I want to figure out what it is. We're going to do that together. All right? Are you guys down for that? I'm so down for that. I'm so freaking down for that, chat. Let's rock, man. I'm just so down for that, chat. Let's freaking rock, dude. All right, screen share. ServiceNow. Microsoft is the easiest one, but it's not a pure play. Ooh. Okay, so what's the thesis, though? Chat, what's the thesis? Like, how should we pick, right? How should we pick between Google, Microsoft? I don't know. Microsoft is kind of like, I ignore it too much because like I like the thesis of Google. But like, if you think about Microsoft's penetration in enterprise customers, it is massive. Like, you can't ignore that. Like, you can't ignore Microsoft's 365. It's everywhere. Whether you like it or not, it is literally everywhere. You know? Let's see how they've been doing. But how do you guys think about the underwriting story of Microsoft? Like, how do you guys think of that? Hold on, chat. Let me get my Cafecito music going for y'all. We're trying to goop up. History, Dark Secrets, what up, Top Dog? Oh, first of all, I haven't said hi to people yet. My power went out, so I'm sorry we had to do a restart. But my power went out, boys, and we're back in the mix. How y'all doing? We got some names in here. How the heck y'all been? And as always, I usually start my streams with this, but someone please tell me. Everyone, please tell me, how's your day going? I care about the chat all the freaking time. Out of 5, I want you guys to spam out of 5 how you guys are doing. It is almost freaking Friday. I hope you guys are having an amazing, abundant week. I hope you guys are sticking to your grits with the markets, all right? I hope none of y'all are selling in distress. But how you guys doing out of 5? I caught up with some of y'all earlier, but for the new folks, I want to see how the heck you guys are doing. How are you? Is it a 5 out of 5 day? Is it a 5 out of 5 week? Is it a 1 out of 5 day? Be honest, let me know. I want to see how my boys are doing, all right? I care about y'all well-being. Gonna make sure y'all making smart maneuvers, staying happy and healthy out there, Shred Lords. History, Dark Secrets, 4 out of 5. Hey, that's still a win, bro. That's a still win, bro. Crazy Production, 5 out of 5. Let's go, bro. Let's go, man. Richard, how you doing, bro? Garrett, how you doing, bro? Retail, how you doing, man? I appreciate y'all hanging out when it's late. Hey, First T, it's 7 a.m. You about to the office? Hope today's a 5 out of... It's 7 a.m. Where were you at? Where's the 7 a.m.? Are you in Asia? Australia? Wait, that's crazy. Hey, but first T, and this is just for you, bro. Happy freaking Friday. I hope you have the best commute to the office. I hope when you get to the office, you absolutely body it, bro. And you have the greatest freaking day of all time, dude. It's Friday, bro. It's your Friday, bro. Go freaking get it, man. It's your Friday, bro. Get up and get after it, first T. It's your Friday, dude. Get that W, dude. Get that W, man. How was yours? Bro, mine a 10 out of 5 day, bro. Mine's a 10 out of 5 day. You guys want to hear what I did on the Portco side? On the Holdco? I know we got some private equity nerds in here. So today, I had conversations with, I woke up, and my SBA lender was calling me, yelling at me. They were like, can't even eat, boom, 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 boom. So I had to deal with that, put that fire out. I then had a conversation with the seller of the business that I'm acquiring, and we had to talk about the team. Yep. We had to talk about the team because we realized that we're facing one of like the quickest dilemmas is that he, as a seller, has been underpaying the staff. So he's been underpaying the staff. And it's like, that's a big issue because they're real time going through this transition. And they're like, oh, there's all this changes and all this stuff. This young kid's cool and all, but like, we just saw you put a job post out for someone else to hire, join our team. And we saw the pay raise or the pay range is nowhere near what we're being paid. So it creates a bottleneck, right? And I had to talk to the seller for like an hour today, bro. And I had to like walk through, what are we gonna do about this? Like, what are we gonna do about this? Solve this talent bottleneck of our existing talent is underplayed, but they're superstars. But then the new talent that we need to hire to fill certain gaps is not even as qualified, but just the broader market rate of what they're being paid today is higher than what we're paying our superstars. And I told him flat out, I was like, bro, you hit a lick. I was like, bro, you hit a lick, man. For some reason, either the culture or the vibes or just like everything else outside of the pay, you've created a good culture and they love it, but that's not gonna last forever. Because the last thing you need to do, step into a business and bring a brand new fresh hire and someone is like, overpaying someone else. You know what I mean? Hey, Boogie! Hey, what's up, Boogie? Hey, chat, top dog, our big LP, top dog Boogie's here, man. Hey, absolutely. Loki should have been a financial diligence. Bro, you think I didn't diligence this? I diligence everything you could possibly think about. I even diligence the snacks they got in the break rooms. I'm cutting costs everywhere. That's reasonable. No, the key is my underwriting case assumed that I was able to keep my existing talent and just level them up by increasing their capacity. But the wow factor, or like the wild factor in the deal, is that my superstar got pregnant. You see? This is where it gets tricky, boys. Like this is why like owning business is nuts. My superstar got pregnant. I mean, God bless her. That's the one I told you guys. I went to her baby shower, but she got pregnant, and she's about to go on maternity leave. So now it's like I didn't plan to have to hire, right? My plan was go through 2026, first half 2027, same rates, and then as we crush it operationally for the business and we hit that next tier financially, of course, give them pay bumps. That's then market rate level, and they're happy, right? And then when we bring them at market rate level, we also bring on someone else that is at that market rate level. Everyone's happy. But now we need to do like an emergency hiring because the top dog shredlord in the office, she's about to have one of the greatest blessings in the entire world. And oh my gosh, I just forgot. We are not live on Twitch. Sorry, Twitch. Sorry, Twitch. You're not getting none tonight. It's just YouTube. Or you know what? I'll spark it up anyway. Whoever joins. But okay, so Garrett is out there hunting for us. Garrett is out there hunting for us to help find talent. Garrett's helping us find talent in Miami. And if they ask what the pay is, you can say it's competitive. Just tell them it's competitive. Don't advertise the rate next time so openly. But when you make these job posts, you get more hits if you put what the range is, you know? In crazy production, it's a hard position to be in on both ends. Bro, it is, dude. It is, bro. Wait, Boogie, question for you. Was your power out? Bro, Orange County Laguna's power went out for a whole hour earlier today. You ain't diligence that your star player was pregnant? Bro. You want me to sit here and go to every single employee? Hey, are you doing it? Are you doing it with your partner? Are you trying to make a baby? I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, when a power hit, bro, it was like pitch black everywhere. I looked at my neighbor and we looked at each other and we were like, we might be chalk. I walk outside. I swear to God, I thought it was Iran. Cause like if I look outside, there's like a big mall. There's like a shopping center over there. Like everything in the city was black. The street lights were black. Everything was black. I didn't see that in a minute. I drafted 3 different messages for 3 civil engineers. I know in Miami. I'm sending them out tomorrow. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. But okay, so catch you guys up on my day. I had to talk with the seller around the superstars growing another shred lord. Low key, that's facts. That's facts. Like I'm down to hire some never mind. There's no in America you can't do child labor. But so I take it back. No child labor. But so after I had to have that conversation with the seller, I was like, all right, I need to do things that you have never even tried when it comes to talent acquisition. Like I had to make an entire, this is like, instead of me being like capital deployment M&A shredlord Kenny Finance, I had to be HR Kenny Finance today, right? And for HR Kenny Finance, Kenny HR, I had to come up with an entire talent acquisition playbook to solve for immediate needs, to solve for next 12-month needs, and then solve for the next 5-year needs. And this is how I did it. I'm giving y'all all the inside goop, all right? For the immediate needs, we need engineering design people, right? People that can do civil engineering tasks start to finish, right? We give them a project start to finish. We want them to handle that. What I realized is there's an amazing, and on top of that, so you have the civil engineering like design work. Like you sit down, you crank, you design something. But then also there is the back and forth and negotiations with the city part. And that's where we need to hire immediately, because my superstar was the one that was like going to the district and negotiating site plans, negotiating designs and comments and stuff. Like she was the one that did that. So we need to hire someone in person ASAP for that. But the owner or the seller who's staying on for a year, he's willing to step into that role a little bit more to manage the relationships with the districts and the municipalities. So he can handle that in-person requirement for the first 3 months. Assuming we take off all design workload on him and other folks in the office. So then what I did was I found globally some of the best civil engineering licensed design talent that can just tackle projects from start to finish, less the in-person district negotiations and municipal negotiations, right? I found somebody in Venezuela. I found somebody in Cuba. I found somebody in the Philippines. Folks that are talented, that have worked on the projects that we work on, that are absolute superstars, and they can sort of take off some of that capacity. So it frees up. So you have to think about all your team members as resources and their capacity and the breakdown of the capacity and how you can take some stuff off so that they can reallocate to other things if another team member is missing, right? It's just like the game, like Dispatch. You know, like you gotta manage the resources appropriately and slide in new folks that are good. And then I found someone, and I'm creating economic opportunities, right? I found someone that can do jobs start to finish, and he quoted me a price on like what the job price would be, and he worked on projects just like what we work on in Florida, in Miami. This guy's plug and play. Hey, Sunshine Studio, thanks for subbing to the channel. And the price that he quoted me on this, the price that he quoted me on these projects, if we keep him involved on these projects and we charge the same pricing to our customers on these projects, boys, I unlocked a 90% margin, an absolute 90% margin on a play if we can ramp up this person that I hired. So not only did we find someone to solve for an immediate need, we also drastically improved the margin profile. I just doubled the margin profile with a sound strategic, like, talent acquisition decision. You get me? Granted, it's not going to change the whole business's margin profile, but for that slither of projects, this guy sounds like a crack shredlord and he wants to work. We're going to put him to work at 90% margins, right? And what we are paying this person for these projects, not a single employer in his region or country is paying him that. So we're creating crazy economic impact. Hey, boys, that's impact. That's impact, boys. That's right. So that was the first leg of my talent acquisition day. And I love how I'm giving you guys all this scoop, because in a week I'm about to start charging you off of this. $1 million per stream. Because if someone else does this exact same playbook at a business that's bigger than mine, they could be unlocking millions of dollars of EBITDA value. I'm just giving this away for free. They took our jobs. You also got, I'm gonna keep it a buck, retail. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. You gotta make that tough stance sometimes to showcase to your team that your job is to be irreplaceable. Like, you should come in and you should strive to be irreplaceable at what you do. And there's ways you could be irreplaceable. You could be irreplaceable off your merit, meaning that you just are great at what you do. Like, you're amazing at what you do. Like, no one's technically as proficient as you, or no one as analytical as you. Like, you can be irreplaceable that way. Or it can be replaceable in terms of the value add, right? Like, in terms of like the culture and the value add and how integral you are to the DNA of the team. It's that. Or 3, you bring in customers, right? You bring in customers. And my thesis is that everybody in the office in Miami, if you all are just sitting in the office in Miami, cranking out your computers, not adding value to culture, not going out and getting customers, why would I pay you in Miami for that? If the work product can be done anywhere. That's just a strategic, like, business decision for me. You get me? So what we're doing is we're up-leveling our talent by taking our in-office team to step more into managerial roles, and then encouraging them to go out and just bring leads. Everyone has their name attached to a column in the CRM. So everyone knows the scoreboard of who can go eat and who can go hunt. And everyone knows that big money is not made in their hourly compensation for doing the work that could be done globally. The big compensation for them is going to be unlocked in the deals that you bring in, the relationships that you bring in, the smoothness of the processes when you're dealing with the in-person municipalities. That's where you become irreplaceable. Because if I can get AI to do what you're doing, you're gone. If I can get someone else overseas that is 1/10 of your price to do what you're doing at the same quality or better, this ain't church. This ain't no nonprofit. This ain't no daycare either. You know what I'm saying? And that's just sound business. That's just sound business, boys. You get me? So, and look, a lot of, I'm just saying, it's different. It's very unique. It's very unique, but what can I say? That's just business. Why do you think KPMG has most of their workforce in the Philippines? Right? Like, guys, why do you think KPMG, one of the largest consulting firms in the entire world, if you look at the breakdown of their talent, it's not in New York City, Miami, or California. It's actually overseas in Asia. Right? You know what I'm saying? And the people in the Philippines do the exact same job. Not cheap labor, efficient labor, right? Now, granted, what you're gonna do is if you're gonna go to those regions and countries, you gotta charge them and pay them like a fair wage. And ideally, a wage is better than what their local market is getting. But you also gotta ensure that they're good. You gotta communicate. All right, so that's that. The next thing, we then went the university route, because I need to solve for talent needs for the next 3 months, the next 6 months, but then I need to also solve for the talent needs for the next 2 years. And how am I going to do that? by being the most exciting and vibrant business and CEO that universities have ever seen. I want to make sure that all the top universities, University of Florida, University of Miami, FIU, University of Central Florida, University of South Florida, any engineering program there understands that we have the coolest, most modern, vibrant firm. It's not big, bureaucratic, it's entrepreneurial, it's tech-enabled, it's exciting to be here. And that when they graduate in a year or two, we should be their first call. Or if they're doing a master's program and they graduating in spring, they should holler at me. That was the playbook there. So we launched, we're on Handshake now, so that like our job posting is going to the university so they can see our stuff. We are also, we're also doing like partnerships with schools to launch like a case study, right? Like all these different things. We're rocking, bro. We're cooking on the talent. Is that Hunter? Hey, Hunter on Twitch. What up, young bull? Hunter, how you doing, man? Hunter, have you been playing Arc Raiders? Bro, oh, yeah, haircut looking fresh. Thank you, sir. You went to court today? Hunter, you okay? Hope everything is okay, man. Hope you're doing all right, man. And I hope, Hunter, young man, I hope you're staying healthy, happy, productive, and smart, okay? Hopefully it was a good court day, all right? I don't know the last time I had to go to court. I never want to go to court. Garrett, a nice little talent pipeline? Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, dude. Goop, goop, goop. Oh my God, what? Hunter, what? Are you serious? Your stepdad's going to jail? Oh my goodness. Well, I hope he's okay. And I hope you, I don't know your stepdad, but I know you, and I hope you are doing okay, Hunter. Okay? I hope you are going okay. But that is a very wild, wow. Okay, thanks for sharing, man. Hargo Ben, nah, Indian corporate culture sucks. Too much politics and underpaid overtime. Dang. History, dark secrets. Wait, what's the darkest secrets you've heard about history in the history? Okay, retail, you agree with me though. No participation trophies. And it's not like a, oh, like, I got a whole squad of overseas folks about to take y'all jobs tomorrow. It's not like that, bro. It's like, hey, what's your guys' workflow? Where do you want to spend more time? And they all want to spend more of their time on sales, on managerial stuff, and less time on like some of the like locked in heads down at the computer engineering work. And I'm like, bet. If you want that, I want that too. Deal? Great. Bring in the dogs. Bring in the dogs. And I found a guy in Venezuela. This guy's a tank. This guy's a tank. And he can do the job. Hunter. Whoa. Okay. Hunter, for respect out of the... I don't know how to do it on Twitch. But Hunter, I think we're going to need to not have that message and no more commentary on the situation. Just so we don't get flagged, Hunter. But that's not good, man. That's not good, bro. That's not good. All right, Hunter. Here's a good advice for you, my man. Keep your head up, and keep your personal stuff personal. Okay. All right. Keep personal stuff personal. All right. Don't put too much on the internet about it. Okay. Stay very safe, bro. Okay. And just don't, keep it as keep some stuff confidential on the internet. All right. Praying for you. And Hunter, play some video games, man. Play some video games, Hunter. W Hunter for being smart. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? WWW. All right, what else been going on, boys? What else we got going on in the markets? I'm so dead serious. The segment we did, guys, for software. The segment we did on software, that's important stuff, bro. the stat that Thoma Bravo came out and said that, Boogie, I don't know if you missed it, but we did a whole segment on software companies. But Thoma Bravo came out with their LP report today and said that software companies, for the second time in global history, are trading at a discount to S&P 500 valuations, and yet they have triple the revenue growth, double the gross margin profile, and revenue visibility, and it's like absolutely insane. Like, boys, I think there's like insane goop. I think there's insane goop in the I think there's insane goop on the software side. I don't know what is. I don't know what the play is, but I think there's something here. I like retail came up with a great play. This could be a great play. ServiceNow, this could be a great play. I just gotta see like what their like mode is. I don't understand. I don't understand like what they do. I understand the financials in the 10K. I like it, but I don't understand like what they do. You know what I mean? What does that mean? You wish you could get mod? Hunter, what does that mean? What does a mod mean? You want to be a mod? Boogie stinks. Hey, you better watch it. Boogie a grown man. You gotta be respectful, Hunter. Hey, my boy Ari, what up, dude? Top dog, Shred Lord. Hey, Ari's one of our new Shred Lords, man. Ari's one of our new Shred Lords. And that man Ari out there showing up, being consistent. Hey, Ari, how you doing, bro? Tell me about your day out of 5. Tell me how your day was out of 5, bro. You've been putting in work, I bet, man. You've been putting in work. Hope you're doing fantastically well, bro. Happy freaking Friday, Junior. What does yammed mean? What does yammed mean? Also, Hunter's like Hunter's like 10 years old, I think. Hunter, how old are you? Like 10 years old? For some reason he joined on one of our video game streams. So we like for some reason jumped into the like the video game Twitch route. Hey, that's dope, Ari. It's been a 5. I love that, bro. I love that, bro. Okay, so ServiceNow is like an ERP for IT. Wait, Hunter, your birthday is in one day? Holy snap! Wait, Hunter, is it like on Friday or Saturday? Is it on Friday or Saturday, Hunter? And PayPal is trading at 5x? What the heck? Hunter, come back for the stream tomorrow, or come back to the stream on Saturday, and we'll wish you happy birthday on stream. All right, man. I don't mess around about birthdays, bro. Birthdays is a beautiful thing, man. All right, we'll celebrate you. All right, we'll celebrate you. You're probably gonna be busy though, with like either people from school or friends in the neighborhood or family. But if you're not busy, join the streams. Saturday might be a chill like gaming stream maybe. But we'll just let me know when you're here, and we'll wish you happy birthday. All right, dude. So, and be very thankful, Hunter, that like you're getting older and you're getting smarter and getting wiser. Not a lot of folks have the blessings you have and can live a good life like you and can have an awesome cool setup. So my back hurts. Hunter, the chats that you have are just so all over the place. Hunter, lock in. All right. I don't even know if I see you to the gulag. Okay, so retail. Explain this to me. Wait, let's go to Google Finance. Or wait, let's go back to the 10K. Right? Because at the front page of their 10K, oh, it's right here. Like the front page of their 10K, it like walks us through. Like, look at this. See business. Here we go. It says, ServiceNow delivers solutions that help public and private organizations govern, secure, and manage AI and digitalize and streamline workflows to drive collaboration, productivity, and better experiences across the enterprise. We offer an innovative suite of products, including AI-powered applications and services designed to automate workflows, integrate systems, and empower employees, regardless of existing systems, cloud environments, or collaboration tools. At the core of these solutions is the ServiceNow AI platform, which is a cloud-based platform that facilitates comprehensive delivery of seamless workflows and digital transformation across all departments. Bien, ¿y tú? Okay. Guys, that sounds like a bunch of buzzwords. That honestly sounds like a bunch of buzzwords. Because from what I read, is that they are providing a bunch of digital transformation services to companies. You know? But, all right, let's keep it moving, though. Organizations are under pressure for the stakeholders to accelerate growth and achieve unprecedented productivity. All right. We're prioritizing digitization and modernization of their workflows. They are seeking secure and reliable tools. Okay. They operate dynamic and revolving technology landscape. Okay. Where's their products? Where are their products? There we go. Here's their products. So, their AI product, Now Assist, empowers organizations to boost productivity by providing a wide range of AI tools. These tools operate autonomously with human oversight and adhere to predefined guardrails. Organizations can select the tools that best align with their unique AI transformation needs. To illustrate, organizations can choose to leverage ServiceNow's language model or integrate third-party. Ooh, okay. So what I think it is, I think this is, welcome to YouTube, Hunter. I think this is one of those platforms where it's like a blanket AI layer that integrates with their entire IT tech stack, and it can then provide recommendations of how those businesses can streamline or digitize those key features, operations, and like tools, right? I think it can. I think that's the key there. I think that's the key. I think it's just like a high level. I think it's like a high level AI layer that just sits at like the top of the tech stack to get visibility into all the specific tools and gives you input around how to best optimize those workflows. That's what I assume. Hunter, don't be in here spamming or you're gonna get sent to the gulag. We sent somebody to the gulag yesterday. Don't get sent to the gulag. All right. Next, the data. Our platform's single data fabric integrated data layer enabled by our workflow data supports organizations' operationalization of their AI strategy with speed, scale, and security. Their data fabric architecture also provides our platform flexibility to create intuitive, efficient, and seamless workflows aligned with business needs. Our platform's data fabric can connect to external data sources in real time without moving or copying data from its source to map those connections to a single data model. Ooh. Still confused. I'm still confused. Dang. What do they freaking do? They have commercials with Idris Elba? That's funny. But he's literally everywhere. You know, he's also a DJ, right? Is that kind of crazy? Like, he literally does everything. It's software that helps organize his operations. Okay, that makes sense. Now, the question is, like, as AI tools go to that underlying software specific layer, like the specific tool, do they need ServiceNow? Because what I envision retail is that businesses then, like the employees and the businesses and the IT teams, they don't interact with this data orchestration tool, this cloud tool, this, server tool. They interact with ServiceNow. And ServiceNow does the coordination, does the optimization, etc. Do you agree with me, retail? And guys, I'm trying to learn this in real time. That's how you know. I ain't the smartest freaking guy in the barrel. You know? I'm just trying to think about this like real time. I should be talking to my AI to figure this out. It's busy right now though. It's crazy. I lost power. My clock is off. My clock is off. All right. I think I get it. If we go to the website. Yeah, I think pay AI to work for developers, people. Repeat what you said. Bro, you're not even listening. You're not even listening, bro. I'm so locked in. You ain't even listening to me, bro. You know how hard, you know what I mean? The brain cells took for you to say that? I'm kidding. So what I said was, instead of the IT teams and the companies interacting with this data orchestration tool, this cloud tool, this server tool, this like security layer tool, they interact with ServiceNow. And ServiceNow is kind of like the master orchestrator across all those. And it organizes, it streamlines, it communicates, it automates that stuff. So that when they log in and they have to do anything that's like tech related, they're interacting with ServiceNow. You know? Hunter, you're right. I'm using my last brain cell on this. Retail, I hope you're listening. I'm literally using my last brain cell on this, boys. Using my last freaking brain cell on this. I got it. Let's go! Boys, you can learn anything you want in this world. Just don't give up. Don't give up, boys. Just don't give up. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, Retail. I like that. Hell yeah. Let's freaking go, man. All right. If that's the case, the question isn't the quality of their data orchestration process. I think the question for ServiceNow is their penetration in Fortune 500, their pricing. I think it's the P times 2 question to see if it's like an underwriting story for the next 12 months. I think we need to figure out, like, do they have a moat by having like a good enough, like, it's also about sales efficiency too. I want to look at their coverage of TAM. I want to look at the coverage of TAM. I want to look at the sustainability of their revenue pricing, and with price increases, if it translates to strong retention or if they have churn problems. And then the third thing, I want to look at the marketing and sales efficiency, meaning how much of their sales and marketing spend divided by the total employee account. How has that efficiency been unlocking and improving? That's what we do, boys. That's what we do, boys. Smart money, freaking short doors. Nobody can go head to head with my chat, bro. Band for band, nobody can invest like us, dude. You know what I'm saying? We goopers. We some real goopers. All right. You see, Richard, I just learned an entire software thesis. Okay, this whole stream was supposed to be about dispatch, right? Rentech will like a word? What's Rentech? Rentech? What's Rentech? Oh, Renaissance Technologies? Oh, they're good fun. They're good fun. I wish I could work at Renaissance Technologies. You know how cool that would be if I worked there? Boys, that'd be cool. They make bang, though. They make bang. I am the first to admit I am not smart enough to work here today. I can be smarter, but I'm not that smart. Okay, what does that mean, Garrett? Reverse engineer? Because you said you want to reverse engineer Thoma Bravo, and now you want to reverse engineer Renaissance. Like what? Where do you start in terms of like getting the data on like their or their playbook? And isn't Renaissance's algorithm for their quant side notoriously gatekept or hidden? Hunter, you're streaming on Twitch? Hey, W, bro. Hunter, I bet you if you keep this up, stream every day for 10 years, I think you'll get really big, bro. I think you'll get really big. Figure out their system methodology by looking at every alternative source possible. Garrett, I'm gonna keep it a buck. That sounds like another 60-day commitment for you. You know how long it took you to do the supply chain data? Garrett, you're putting real time into this. You're investing real time into this. You need to start using Dispatch. Garrett, you need to start using Dispatch. Okay, boys, let's learn Dispatch real quick. I want to use Dispatch to modernize my fund. Hunter, what's so wrong about being 23? Jesus Christ, Hunter. You make it sound like it's the scariest thing in the entire world. All right, let's see. Okay, Richard, who should we watch that has like a crazy good playbook on Dispatch? Is it the same Nick guy? I wonder who's like using it, like who's got good workflows already. I would love to see a tutorial. Okay, how about this?
A new wave of comfort has arrived in Orange County. Comfort Air is here, bringing over 30 years of trusted.
क्लॉड ने अपना डिस्पैच फीचर लॉन्च कर दिया और
Okay, that's one option. Let's see. What else? I want something recent. Like, I would watch this guy, but he was 4 days ago. But it seems as if they did one 3 days ago. I want to find out what the one is 3 days ago. You know, Richard. I want to find one that's like. All right, let's do this. Let's do YouTube. Let's do Claude Dispatch. Like, I would love to see someone actually like using it to its fullest potential. Anthropic just released the real Claude bot. Okay. Let me guys know if you see a creator that has something that's like really good. Leo, shut up, bro. Bro, yeah, y'all way too hip. Y'all need to lock in. Y'all need to lock in, bro. Y'all need to lock in. Okay, AI for non-techies. I like that value prop. I like that value prop.
Most Southern Orange.
I like that value prop. Hunter, are you using AI?
Biggest product updates so far. Claude can now control your entire computer. It can open your apps, move your mouse, and type on your keyboard. Anything you can do while sitting at your desk, Claude can now do for you. And you don't even have to be...
Whoa, Darkest Sunray. I'm not trying to build anything with Claude nowadays. I'm trying to run things with Claude. Darkest Sunray, you're stuck in last week, brother. You're stuck in last week. Welcome to the real world, man. Welcome to the real world, Darkest Sunray. We're not building things anymore. We're instructing and staffing things. And it goes builds itself. It goes builds itself, Darkest Sunray. That's all I got to say, my man. All right? That's all I got to say. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny because Darkest Sunray, last week we tried to do Hunter, hush up. All right, Hunter, you're going in timeout. We're putting Hunter in timeout for 5 minutes. Keep acting up, Hunter. You're gonna get sent to the gulag, brother. But so last week we built a website using Claude, and I learned Claude code, and we had Robin teach us, and that was like one of the best streams I've ever had because I learned this full universe. And then they just announced Claude Dispatch, where like you can just like text it to like do things, and it like does it on your computer when your computer's on 24/7, and it's like you have a full-time employee doing stuff. And now Hunter's on Twitch. Be respectful, be nice, and be quiet, Hunter. All right, we're not playing games right now. We're locked in. But I'm trying to figure out now, like, what are those use cases that people are like using Claude Dispatch for? Because I saw a podcast by like something Priors. It's with Sharon Guo or Susie or Sarah Guo or something like that. She's like the queen of AI. And she was interviewing this co-founder of Notion. And the co-founder of Notion has an insane like tech layer where like his entire house is ran by agents, like the lights, maintenance, security cameras, all that stuff, like organizing ACs, scheduling, all that stuff. Like that's really freaking dope. He also has his entire email managed by Claude, to where Claude automatically like reads his emails every like hour, automatically like organizes it, and it prioritizes it what's truly useful to that person's time, because they get hundreds of emails a minute, right? So it's like for a high performance founder that has like a billion things in there like happening in the world, like you got to have like these tech tools to just like, you know, be like your linebackers, you know what I'm saying, to be like pushing things out the way that aren't essential, getting things in the right positioning so you can score. All right. So, Dr. Sunray, if you've used Claude Dispatch, I would love your thoughts on where we could be dispatching our dispatch. So I'm trying to learn this. I want to hear what this guy has to say. I'm super intrigued by it, but we're gonna figure this out.
Their new feature called Dispatch lets you text Claude a task from your phone, walk away, and come back to finished work on your desktop. So in this video,
what is it? What does computer use? I want to see him actually use it.
Pages for you. And I know you're probably asking this question right now, like, Brock, is this safe to use? So let me quickly clarify the permissions behind the new Claude computer use. So you could set the rules for every single app that you are using on your computer. So you could give full control where Claude could read, write, and click and navigate freely inside that app, or you could give view only access, or you could completely block an app if you don't want Claude to.
Okay, wait. Okay, so what I'm seeing from the comments, like history, dark secrets. Is this your first time hearing about this? If so, we're gonna read the beginning. I skipped the beginning because I'm already in the loop on this. I'll restart it so that you guys can get the full context. I'm down for you guys. I'm down to like go back to the full context. And that dude is hella shiny. That's how you know he had hella lotion on, like hella moisturizer on his face, and he had the light shining.
And come back to finished work on your desktop. So in this video, I'm going to break down how, so basically how something like this post how you. So the point of every single minute of the day. So I'm sure you guys probably can relate to this. So the point of this video is to break down what exactly is this new Claude computer.
And sorry, VOD watchers on YouTube. This guy, I can already hear it. He's got like epidemic sound, artless background music. So it's going to be muted on ours. So apologies, boys.
Computer use, if it's something you should actually pay attention to. And then I'm going to show you live in action how it works. If I head over to Twitter and I refresh this post here, you could see that this post from Claude is going absolutely viral. It's already got 11.5 million views, and this was posted about like absolute insanity. So let's come back here and talk about what is new with Claude computer use. So before, with something like Claude,
is he considered a ginger? Like, boys, is he considered ginger? Or is he ginger? I got ginger friends.
Cowork. It could browse and can connect to our different applications.
I have nothing against gingers. I love gingers. I dated a ginger once. She was a baddie. She was probably the baddest ginger in the world. All right. She was a ginger with a fatty too. All right. I dated a ginger. So I got nothing but love for gingers. But I was just curious if that guy was a ginger. I didn't know. He looks like so I'm just
applications, but it couldn't actually touch our physical desktop. Yes, it would have access.
Ooh, Lee, okay. Question. Can you train it on your strategy for finding undervalued mispriced stocks and having a pile of lists of like the main things you look at, EBITDA, revenue, etc., and then review it? A-Dub, are you here? A-Dub, are you here? A-Dub's a good person to ask for this because A-Dub's already used Dispatch before, and he used Dispatch to do our weekly Chat Capital market report. So I'm sure, yes, I do it. Anytime, he's like Spider-Man. Whenever I need A-Dub, he's always here. Let's go, bro. A-Dub, Leo has a question. I'll let you answer that. But I think that's very possible, right? To have like a very, very, very sound screener using Dispatch. But I think what's even more dynamic, Leo, is you take the screener and you set a schedule for it to do it frequently by incorporating fresh new data. The only issue is I think you're going to run into like a massive like usage and tokens problem. But I think it's very possible because you have to go through so many underlying operating data in so many companies to like find some of the official criteria. And bro, there's 500 companies in the S&P 500. There's 2,000 companies in the Russell 2000, and they put out quarterly reports every single 3 months. And they've been doing that for 100 years. So there's a lot of data out there it's got to run through. It's possible, but I don't think my computer can handle that. Maybe AWS can.
Access to our folders, but it couldn't use the physical applications that were on our computer. So basically how this feature works is Claude will screenshot your computer, decide what to do, click on something, and repeat. So Claude basically looks at your screen, figures out what to do next, and then actually performs this task. So it could basically move your mouse around on your screen just like this, click where it needs to go. It could type into any different app, so that way it could fill out specific forms for you, open different applications on your computer, switch windows, and even navigate menus. On top of that, it could also browse the web, fill out forms, and scroll through specific pages for you. And I know you're probably asking this question right now, like, Brock, is this safe to use? So let me quickly clarify the permissions behind the new Claude computer use. So you could set the rules for every single app that you are using.
Wait, Adam,
on
you
your
haven't used
computer.
Dispatch?
So you could give full control where Claude could read, write, and click and navigate freely inside that app, or you could give view-only access, or you could completely block an app if you don't want Claude to perform tasks across it. Basically, how this works is it's going to try to use your connected apps first that you have pre-configured inside of Claude. Whether you're using something like MCPs or just the native apps that you can
you gotta step your game up, bro.
Claude,
I'm using Claude.
I'm using Dispatch first, but then your screen
catch
is
up,
the
mustard.
fallback. So if it can't actually access a specific folder on your computer, then it will go ahead and use the computer use. So a key thing here that we need to quickly talk about is the fact that this runs outside of the specific sandbox that the Claude desktop app has. So if I pull up my handy dandy Claude Cowork here, you could see that I have access to these different files. And if I select this file here, it only has access to that file. Whereas the Claude computer use now is
Okay, wait. Question for you. Does anyone know what he's using right here? What is it that he's using right here to make this stuff? What do you think he's using? Like, I think he has a script that is making a graphic. Like, has anyone seen this before? This seems like an educational graphic, you know? Like, these are like slides. Like, he has slides here. Like, these are like slides he's making. I'm looking at the URL of his thing. You guys probably can't see it, but these are like slides. Do you guys think he's making his own slides? Or could you ask Claude to make slides like this based off of a script? What do you guys think? Well, do you think that's possible to like... Should we like... Should we test it? We'll test it later. We'll test it later. But I'm very curious what this is. Because this is like... It's very like simple, you know what I mean? Google Notebooks LM, maybe? Okay. Google Notebooks. You guys are like my guinea pigs when it comes to testing this stuff. I don't trust local AI unless it's built by me. Hey, man. Hey, I'm going to be the guinea. I'm AI. I'm AI till the wheels fall off. I've used AI 23 out of 24 hours a day.
Be able to like go off and use your
scam
entire
money don't make
computer.
no money,
It's not
Gary.
sandbox.
Catch up, mustard.
With the
Catch
new
up,
dispatch
mustard.
mode, they just released a couple of days ago that I've covered on this YouTube
What? Okay, guys, I'm so sorry to keep pausing the video. You've made video games with Claude? Okay, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Okay, guys, give me feedback. Where do you think in my life I 100% should be using like advanced Claude AI? Like if you guys were like Kenny for a day, where should I be like moving and grooving when it comes to this AI stuff? Because I feel like I'm only using 3% of my potential, bro. I bought Claude Pro. I need to use that thing, bro.
channel. You can now text
Okay, no more
Claude
pausing, no more
directly from your mobile phone app, and it could go off and perform tasks on your actual computer for you. And a key thing here inside of computer use is Claude figures out what kind of work you need done and picks the right environment for it to work inside of. So for example, if you have a knowledge work task that you give it, it will spin up a Claude Cowork session. But if you have specific dev work, it will spin up Claude Code, write the code, run those tests, and use that environment.
Guys, I think this is like Claude slides. I think these are like slides he's using.
environment. So let's talk about now pricing, who has access to this, and a couple of key features before I show you this live in action so you could see exactly how it works. So right now, this is for Mac OS only, so you have to be using an Apple computer in order to get computer use. You need to be a Pro or Mac subscriber. At the time of this video, it's only available to Mac subscribers, but I can imagine they're going to be rolling it out to Pro users over the coming days. In order to take full advantage of this, to use dispatch mode to call this from your phone, you're going to need both. This is for covered on this YouTube channel. For some reason I wasn't paying attention. Dispatch mode, they just released a header. You could see that I have access to these different files, and if I select,
okay, wait, hold on. So he has something for YouTube videos. I'm trying to see his stack. Oh, wait, boys, this is, bro. He's like an AI guy. Look at how he schedules his thing, right? Like on the left, he has search, scheduled, dispatch, ideas, customize. He has projects for short form. Well, he has a project for his school community. Richard, he has another school community. He has a Loom agency, and then he has a project for YouTube videos. Wow. And then for the star, there's videos, Claude project, computer use video. He has daily wrap-ups. He has a YouTube competitor scan. What the heck? He's got a school community pulse, a YouTube new video check, and daily morning brief. Interesting. And he has a dispatch that does like a real desktop invoice, or read desktop invoice. Huh. Okay. He's on that max plan though. That boy on that max plan. Sheesh. Hey, that boy on that max plan, though. He ain't messing around, though.
This file here, it only has access to that file. Whereas the Claude computer use now is able to like go off and use your entire computer. It's not sandboxed. So with the new
hope you have a great day tomorrow,
mode,
bro.
They just released a couple of days ago. That
Happy early birthday.
On this YouTube channel. You can now text Claude directly from your mobile phone app, and it could go off and perform tasks on your actual computer for you. And a key thing here inside of computer use is Claude figures out what kind of work you need done and picks the right environment for it to work inside of. So for example, if you have a knowledge work task that you give it, it will spin up a Claude Code
Saturday, I got you.
If you have specific dev work, it will spin up Claude Code, write the code, run those tests, and use that environment. So let's talk about now pricing, who has access to this, and a couple of key features before I show you this live in action so you could see exactly how it works. So right now, this is for Mac OS only, so you have to be using an Apple computer in order to get computer use. You need to be a Pro or Mac subscriber. At the time of this video, it's only available to Mac subscribers, but I can imagine they're going to be rolling it out to Pro users over the coming days. In order to take full advantage of this, to use dispatch mode to call this from your phone, you're going to need both the desktop app as well as the mobile app in order to do this. And then this is a big thing right here. Your computer needs to stay awake and the app needs to stay open on your computer for this to run. If your computer is shut, it's not going to be able to work. And a key thing here is that this is a research preview, so complex tasks might need a second try or it might not be able to figure it out, and it's probably going to be pretty slow for certain things. All right, so let's test this out now. So in order to get started, you are going to download the Claude desktop app if you don't already have it downloaded. And before you ask me, Brock, I'm not seeing it inside of my Claude desktop app. I highly suggest that you delete it, re-download it, and it should be inside of your app now. For some of the previous releases Anthropic made to the product, I've had to literally like download it like three or four times for it to show up, but it usually does. Hold on, guys. Now, once we have that downloaded, I'm going to open it up now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to my account. I'm going to come over to settings, and this is where we're going to turn this on. I'm going to now come down to general, and from here, we're going to try this right now, which we already had access to. But now we are going to see something called computer use. This says, let Claude take a screenshot and control your keyboard and mouse in apps you allow. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to toggle this on. Obviously.
Okay, wait, what did I miss? What did he say to do? Richard, you going to bed, bro? Richard, if you're going to bed, bro, thank you for rocking with us, man. Hope you have a fantastic night, bro. I'll probably see you after the hiring tomorrow, but I hope, bro, and I'm praying that the candidates are stellar, that the conversation flows, and you find a great fit for the team. And I hope you end the day tomorrow with another member to the absolute shred lord, greatest pet grooming business in Texas, my man. I appreciate you doing everything that you do for the community and showing out to the streams. I appreciate you. Hey, W Richard, guys. Spam W Richard in the chat for the OG of the OGs. I appreciate you rocking with us, bro. Have a fantastic night, Richard.
You need to do your due diligence to see if you actually want to give
You're not
Claude
grouping tonight.
permissions to
Boy,
go
I'm
and do
on
things on your
Claude
computer.
code, dude.
So go ahead, read through
I'm
this
on Claude
documentation
code,
to make
dude.
sure everything looks good.
I'm about to
before you
I'm about to
toggle this on.
dispatch.
I'm gonna
I'm
turn this
dispatching
on.
right now,
And
buddy.
now what we could do is we could add specific
Hey, Ari, tell him
denied
we
apps
hustling.
if we want. So if there's
Hey, Ari,
something
tell
that you
Boogie we
really don't
hustling.
want Claude to have access to, I highly suggest you add it right here. So if I click on this, you can see.
Okay, wait. Are you guys doing this at the same time too? I'm on Mac right now. Are you guys doing this at the same time? I'm usually slow when it comes to these instructions. How did he get to that page? Settings? Okay, how do I go to settings? Settings? Okay, all right, guys. I'm on settings. And then I go to desktop app, general. And then I go to menu bar. Okay, wait. What you do?
I'm going to come down to my account.
Hey, we
I'm gonna
hustling
come
every
over
single
to
day.
settings, and this is
We
where we're
hustling
going
every
to
single
turn
day.
this on. I'm going to now come down
Okay.
to general.
General.
And from here, we're going to see browser use, which we
Browser
already had
use.
access
Okay. Allow browser actions. I didn't have that on. I just turned that
to.
on.
But now we are going to see something called computer use. This
Now,
says
computer
let
use.
Claude take a screenshot and control your keyboard and mouse in apps you allow. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to toggle this on.
Turn this on. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Here it warns me. Claude will take screenshots of your screen, control your mouse and keyboard. You'll approve each app, but not confirm each step. It's warning me. Chat. Here we go. I'm about to turn on dispatch. Turn on dispatch for the boys. For the boys. I'm so excited. Turn it on. F it. Why not? Huh? Well, scared money don't make no money. What's done is done. I've already turned it on. Let's go.
Obviously,
Hey, boys, you're not gonna talk me out of it. You can't talk me out of it. What's done is done. I will be tech enabled. Let's go.
Be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it.
I will
mean,
be
I don't
tech
even
enabled.
really have a real
I'm
hobby.
sending this
It's
ship
not
to
a
the
real
moon,
problem,
boys.
and I still
I'm sending
got
this
it.
ship to
I
the
need $1
moon.
billion. Let's be real
So while
about
y'all
it.
are sitting
I mean,
there
I don't
on
really care
freaking
about
Windows
how you
7,
feel about it. I mean,
I
don't
got
even
personal
really have a
computer
real
on
hobby. It's
24/7.
not a real problem, and I still got it. I need $1
Take that,
billion.
Garrett.
Yeah, I've been in the
Take that,
labs.
Garrett.
I'm not one you see around.
And
thinking about
A-Dub.
my goals, so I'm not fun to be around.
They
And I
hate us 'cause
want
they
the
ain't
whole
us.
field. Ain't no wish to beat around. I take it to the sky, so I don't ever see the ground.
They hate us 'cause they ain't us. You know what I'm saying?
Now living out my fantasy. They love it when I touch down. Flyer than a
You know what I'm saying?
I'm up.
Okay, all right, I gotta get back to my tutorial.
you need to do your due diligence to see if you actually want to give Claude permissions to go and do things on your computer. So go ahead, read through this documentation to make sure everything looks good before you toggle this on. I'm going to turn this on. And now what we could do is we could add specific denied apps if we want. So if there's something that you really don't want Claude to have access to, I highly suggest you add it right here. So if I click on this, you can see every single different application. I
Okay,
have on
what
my
app
phone,
should
and
I
man,
block?
This is a lot of different apps. That's crazy. Anyways, if I don't want it to have access to Amy, I can click on that, and it is as simple as that. It no longer has access to performing tasks
What app?
across Amy. Next, we have accessibility. So we have to open up our system settings
Low-key,
and
I wanted to
actually
have access to
allow
everything.
Claude to go off and do these things. So I would have to type in my password and configure that so that way Claude could go and perform these tasks. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to dispatch mode, which if you don't know what dispatch is, it's basically the way that we can control our computer from our phone. So I'm going to open this up, and as you can see, we have
Okay,
this
how did
interface
you get
here.
that though? I didn't
So
get that.
I'm going to go ahead and toggle on
me close it
keep
and turn it back
awake,
on?
so that way my computer stays on, and allow all browser actions here. And if you look at the bottom, I give it this prompt. Go on my desktop and find this video. Then I want
Relaunch.
you to add it to the CapCut app project I have open
QuickBooks
right
access?
now. And I specified use
Probably.
the app on desktop, not in the browser. And I basically gave the name
Wait,
of
what
the
book you say?
specific
Book you say
video
something smart
that I
about
have on my desktop. So let me just pull this up here. If I double click this, I have this video, which is the screen recording for the first
You said
half
something
of
about
this
Peanut?
video. So let's say I want to add this to CapCut so I could maybe
And
edit
Peanut
my
making
video.
more
All I'm gonna
Bobcats
do
and
is click
dinosaurs than me.
send, and now it's going to go ahead and do its thing. I want to mention that I could obviously trigger this from my phone as well, and it works exactly the same. But I wanted to show this on my computer because it's bigger and it's easier for you guys to see. So as you can see now, we have these two different apps that it's asking if it could access, CapCut and Finder. It looks like this button is blacked out a little bit, so this is weird. But I'm going to click on Allow.
Okay, the issue, boys, is I don't see dispatch on my thing though. I think I'm doing something wrong. How am I supposed to see dispatch though? I don't see dispatch. I see projects, artifacts. I don't see dispatch. What the heck? Man, did I get scammed? I got scammed. Dang it.
Around my screen here, and that basically means that Claude computer use is in action. I had my hands off the keyboard. It automatically pulled up CapCut here, as you can see. And if I look on the dispatch, interface here, it looks like it's going ahead and doing some things in the background. I'm not sure exactly what. So I'm just gonna let this run and let's see if it's able to find this specific file on my computer, because I have it hiding right here. It's this file that you could see me dragging on my screen. So let's see if it's able to find it.
I didn't set up.
It looks like it just pulled up
Claude,
this
Finder. I gotta set up Claude
and
Cowork
it's trying to
first.
search through all of these different files that I have. I did not pull that up. It automatically is clicking on my screen. And so far, I will say this is a bit slow. I would figure that it'd be able to find this pretty quickly since I gave it the specific name of the video. But
Shredlords! Shredlords! Boys! I got it! You can't see it, but I got dispatch right over there. It ain't on mine either. Okay, wait. Oh, so Karan. Karan. First, you have to have pro plan or higher, Karan. And I'm helping you because I had to learn this stuff too. But then you need to go to the settings. You need to enable computer use. And then after that, you have to go to Claude Cowork. And if you go to Claude Cowork, you have to do the onboarding page of Claude Cowork. And then once that's done, Claude Cowork has its own dashboard on the left, and it should say dispatch under scheduled. Let me know if that works. Karan. Hey, Shredlords, we really get in there. Hey, make sure. What up, top dog, Shredlord? Hey, while that boy Boogie is sitting on Microsoft Windows 7, I'm about to be running laps around it. Oh, you see it now? Hey! We goobing, boys. We goobing. Let's go. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Guys, I love this stuff. It's so cool.
It is taking a bit of time here. So now it has that video selected, and boom, as you can see on screen, it just added that video to the project. That is pretty cool. It did take quite a bit of time to do that. Hypothetically, what I would like for it to do is to drag this. Actually, let me show you. I'd like for it to drag this on the screen, so then I could just have it there to edit on the timeline, but I don't think it's gonna be smart enough to...
Oh my goodness. Can these apps, can dispatch automatically edit apps or edit videos? Whoa. I haven't thought about this, but do you guys think it could go onto Adobe Premiere and use all of the world's internet's greatest knowledge on video editing and just start you know what I'm saying? It's like a bro, that's about to be crazy.
To figure that out, to be honest. So coming back to Claude Dispatch here, it says done. Cowork computer use video is now imported into CapCut. It's showing in the media panel and previewing. Drag it into the timeline whenever you are ready. All right, so let's give it another task.
How do I know how many tokens I got?
I'm just going to basically have it try to find a receipt that I have hidden on my desktop. So let's see if it's able to actually do that and then pull it up for us. Hey, so I want you to go and find a invoice on my desktop. It's called 50M invoice. Find it and pull it up and break it down for me. So let's give it that task and see if it's able to go off and do this. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to break down my exact thoughts on what I think of this new feature. So it's asking if we could allow it to use a desktop. So I could click on details to see exactly what it's going to do. I'm just going to click on allow. And there we go. It broke down this specific invoice. Let me just pull it up here so I could reference it. And this is a fake invoice, of course. But it says Messerich Enterprises LLC, bill to Silicon Valley Unicorn Corporation.
I got
$50 million. So it basically found this specific invoice on my desktop and pulled up the details of it right here. All right, so maybe you're watching this and you're thinking Brock, I don't want to necessarily give Claude access to my entire computer. So there's a couple of things you could do to give utility to Claude so it could still do things for you without you going to the full extent of giving it computer use access. What I want to talk about now is connectors. This is basically how we could plug Claude directly into the apps you use, whether that's Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Drive, Asana, all these different applications we use, we could actually configure. So think of it this way, connectors go directly through the apps that we connect, whereas computer use kind of goes around them. So if you want to begin using connectors
I think he
inside
made
of
these
Claude
slides,
or
guys,
Claude Cowork
using
specifically, you're going to come over, click on customize. You could come up to connectors, and there's a bunch of different applications that we could actually grant access to. So that way Claude could go and perform tasks for us on autopilot. So if you have a specific app you want to connect, just search for it right here. And if you can't connect to it, you don't necessarily have to use computer use, because there's another hack I'm going to show you that will allow you to connect to even more apps than the ones that Claude has inside of here, because there's really not too many configured inside of Claude.
Wait, what's a weird
So what I
situation?
personally use is something called Zapier MCP. I've been using Zapier for years at this point. I used to use them as an automation.
Wait, we haven't heard from a brand deal yet. Has he gotten a brand deal yet? He didn't mention a brand deal. This is a great video to be branded, you know? Let's see what his school community is like. $47 damn. Boys, you know this is actually crazy. This school community thing is a bag. 47 times, how much is he making off of this? 568 members, and he's making $47 a month. This man's pulling in 27 grand a month off of this community. Jeez. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. We about to go hard on this whole community thing. We about to go hard on this whole community thing.
Platform, but now I just use them to basically connect to Claude. So what we could do is click on start building, sign up for an account
That was
if you don't
school.
already have it, and a couple simple steps, and we'll actually be able to connect different applications to this. So
Okay.
first of all, I'm going to click on new MCP
And I'm
server.
fine. I'm
going
down to make,
come
like,
Claude
original
Cowork, and
slide,
then from here, all
but
I'm
as
going
long
to
as I
do
can feed
is
that into
add
Claude,
different
so we can just, like,
applications
automatically
I want to
make,
grant
like, multiple
access to.
sites.
So let me go
And I'm
ahead
thinking
and
about it mainly
search
from,
for
like, a
some.
content
Let's say that I want to
perspective. Like, for
connect
some of
to
the
school.
on-screen text
I can
that I
click
have,
on
it'd be
this,
great to
and I
have
can
that, like,
select each of
smooth.
these individual actions here that Claude can perform. I'm just going to select all tools, click connect, add those two tools, and just like that, we now have a couple of different actions across this application connected to the server. We could add as many of these as we would like. So maybe I just add Slack here, connect it to these 34 different actions. And just like that, we have another app added. And now when we want to go ahead and add this to Cowork, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the connect button. From here, I'm going to copy a URL that it's going to give me. Then I'm going to come back to Claude. I'm going to search up Zapier. And then from here, I'm just going to paste in that URL I got. And then we will now be connected to all those apps we added to our MCP server. All right, so now let's talk about my honest take on this new Claude computer use feature. And honestly, I feel like this is a early beta product. The idea behind this product is really cool, but it doesn't feel like it's that capable yet. And at times, I'm kind of questioning how
Bro, you're just not
practical
using it
even
the right
is this,
way,
because
bruh.
computer use will take over your screen since it's not a virtual
sound like a op,
machine.
bruh.
So you can't necessarily use your computer while Claude is using computer use. However, you can use it when you're away from your desk using the dispatch feature. And this is something I could actually see myself using. Perfect example of how I 100% will use this feature. So here is a perfect example of when I will actually use this 100%. So let's say I film.
Hey, Chris, take your butt to, you better go to sleep, bro. You can't break your rules, all right? But it goes so good to freaking see you, Chris. So good to freaking see you, man. We're out here cranking. We're working hard. We had a power outage, but we're freaking back. I hope you're doing well with all your studies, your test prep, everything that's in your life. I hope it's going abundantly well. Have the greatest Friday of your entire life tomorrow, all right, Chris? Now, get out of here, man. Get out of here. You're not supposed to be here, bro. I'm not about to break. You're not about to get me in trouble with your parents. Get out of here, man. Good to see you, bro. Much love.
A video, I start downloading it, and I want to head to the gym. Before, I'd have to wait until I get back from the gym to send those videos to my editor over Google Drive and send specific instructions to him. Well, now what I could do is I could just like be at the gym, text from my phone inside of Dispatch. I could just say, hey, I want you to find all of the videos inside of this folder, and I want you to upload them to my Google Drive, and then send a message to my editor that the video is ready to go. This is a perfect example of when I would use this, because downloading these videos takes.
Okay, this guy's workflow sucks. He obviously hasn't. I'm not gonna say it sucks. I just don't think he's made like a really like solid effort to like build a good use case. You know, like. Something about it is just like it ain't hitting like it should be, you know. Or here, my boy Nate. Here go Nate. You got to join his school for the better stuff. All right, that makes sense. Guys, it's looking
Can
like
you
Kenny Finance
please
is gonna
just
join
hear
a
me
school.
out?
Make a
No,
school.
no.
It's either gonna be a school or a circle community, one of those. I don't know which one.
Claude Code actually control your computer, which means it can natively use your mouse, your keyboard, and take screenshots and do things for you. Right now, it is in research preview in both Claude Cowork and Claude Code and on Mac OS only, which is why you guys might notice in this video, I'm on my laptop. But the whole idea is that you can basically do anything on your desktop, no matter if you are sitting there or if you're out to lunch. This is a little intro teaser. I actually had Claude Code start up this recording for me. So you can see here, I said, use computer use to open up OBS and start recording. And what we're gonna see is that it basically moves its screen over to the right. It has to navigate through my desktop and has to open up OBS. And now it's gonna take a screenshot of this interface to understand where is the start recording button. You can see it just took a screenshot and now it's gonna say, okay, it's right here in the blue. And
But burning through those tokens like crazy though. That's what I'm most worried about, is like I don't want to burn through these tokens like that. You know what I mean? Like I really don't want to burn through like all my tokens. Gary, you're so right on Twitch, bro. I have no clue how to operate Twitch, boys. I got no freaking clue how to operate Twitch. It's just like I just put it on there just like for just because I have to. I don't know how to use it, bro.
then it's going to click on it. And that is the video that you're watching right now. The recording was started by Claude Code. So once again, you can use this in Cowork and in Claude Code. So today I'm going to be showing how you use it in Claude Code. Now the only way right now is within the desktop app, which is not a huge deal. You basically just come down to your settings, you go over to the general settings down here in desktop app, and you can see at the bottom we have computer use, which lets Claude take screenshots and control your keyboard and mouse in apps that you allow. You will have to give it some accessibility like screen recording and other things like that.
But this is why I'm so excited, because I have ClickUp, and on ClickUp, we have like CRMs, pipelines, etc. I am often on the road, right? I'm walking around, I'm at places, and when I'm in Miami, what I love to do is like when I'm outside of Miami, like physically outside, I love to walk around and see developments. And when I'm walking around and seeing developments, I love to see who the developers are. And then my workflow is I text myself the name of that developer so that when I get home, I have to like then find all the names that I've texted myself, add them physically to the ClickUp pipeline, and then do some research on those companies, and then draft emails to like say like, hey, we want to work with you. When I can literally just like be on Claude Dispatch while I'm walking around and I'm saying like, hey, add, I don't know, Quran development to the CRM and do research on the company and fill in all the required fields. Easy. So that by the time I get home, it's all in there, bro. It's all in there. That's a practical use case for me, right? For like right now. Am I setting this up to help me find businesses to buy 24/7? Heck yeah. I don't know how to do it yet. I want to figure out how. I don't know how to do it yet, but I want to find a way to have like a completely like beasted sourcing tool with this. Like there's got to be some way that it can like integrate with Zoom info, and they can just like take a niche, it can do some data, and they can find some companies, and they can like automatically reach out to them and automatically follow up. Like it's gotta have a way to like do this. You know what I mean? Bro, this stuff is so possible. It's 2026, bro. Everything is possible, dude.
So let's just start off with a quick
Everything is
demo
possible,
here where I'm saying use computer use to find the how to use the ROI calculator PDF in my downloads and send it in ClickUp as a DM. So what you'll see here is that first, I don't have those two apps open. I don't have Finder open or ClickUp. So what I have to do real quick is I have to allow Claude to use these things. So it's gonna allow it to use the downloads folder, and then I'm gonna have to allow it to use ClickUp as well. Now you won't have to do that every time, but in that session, you may have to give it access. Now what it's doing here is it's pulled up ClickUp, and it has to actually take screenshots and navigate through it. So the first thing that it did is it found my DM. So there it is, there's Nate Herc. This is where it's going to send that file. And now it has to figure out how to actually send an attachment. So you can see what's going on the right-hand side is it's continuously taking screenshots, and then it's going to press different buttons.
He used up 400 tokens just to attach an attachment.
Right here, you can see that it zoomed in on the bar, and now it sees that it needs to click on this paperclip in order to attach a file. And just to be sure, it even zoomed in even more. It's going to take another screenshot, and then it should click on the right button for us. And now that it's in our downloads, it's going to have to search for that correct PDF. So you guys didn't see that, but it just clicked on the search bar on the top right. Now it's searching, and you can see that the files that popped up have changed, and hopefully it's going to choose the right one. There we go. So it found the right one. It's going to have to double click, open it up. Now you can see it's attached in our ClickUp message, and hopefully it's going to be able to send that. It did come back and ask for confirmation because it was doing a send action. So I'm just going to go ahead and say yes, and it should open the computer back up, hit send, and then tell us that it has been sent.
Park. What is that? That sounds familiar. Ooh. Wait, this is huge. Oh, this might be a nice development. This low-key could be huge, boys. What is this supposed to be? It's just like a whole whole development thing? More than just residential. Oh, City Park is like right here to the left. Kendall's a nice area. Kendall's a nice area. Kendall low-key is a nice area. 15-minute smart city? Dude. And I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. I would live there. Because Kendall isn't that far from the rest of, like, rather, South Miami. It's not that far from the rest of it. Your use case, it can 100% do that with developers, but the other stuff, it's all learning new stuff. Yeah, I agree. Wow, I'm so impressed this guy has 568 members. Dang, bro.
Sent, as you can see, that has now been sent to myself. So a couple things. If you're having trouble getting this to activate, or when you're telling it to use computer use, it's trying to use like a Claude and Chrome extension or something like Playwright, then you...
Has anybody ever paid for a school community? Have you guys ever paid for a school community? What do you like in it? Like, what's like the key features of a community that you all appreciate? And what's missing from communities?
You have to be more explicit in the prompts. The other thing to check on is make sure that your Claude desktop app is fully updated. So, delete it, maybe download it again. And then when you enable the setting, quit out of desktop app and then open it back up again. And then you should see you're able to use it. And now that I've already allowed those certain tools like Finder and ClickUp in this session, next time it uses them, it won't have to ask me again for permission. Now, what gets really cool is when you pair this computer use functionality with the new dispatch feature, which is also available right over here, as you can see. This lets you control Claude from anywhere. So I can control it right here from my phone, which means if I'm out and about and I realize, oh shoot, I left that file locally in my downloads folder and XYZ person needs it, I can just text Claude Code to open up my browser, grab the file and send it to them. Okay, so here's an example. I've got a message typed up in dispatch right here, and I'm gonna shoot it off, and you guys will see it pops through right there on my actual local machine. So I'm saying use computer use to calculate 726 times 83,729, and it's gonna open the calculator app and then the notes app. So once again, because this is a new session, I have to allow it.
These examples are dumb though.
And now it took control of the computer. As you can see, it opened up my calculator. It's gonna have to clear out this current search, and it's gonna have to type in the new numbers, as you can see. And now it's gonna have to open up the Notes app and store those results. So there's the Notes app. You can see that it just added in a calculation result, which has our calculator function right there. And once again, as long as my computer is awake, which we can actually turn on natively with Claude Dispatch, then I can be anywhere from my phone and I can use Claude Dispatch to start a new session, use computer use, and do whatever I need. Okay, so before we talk about some other cool use cases here, I did want to talk about the limitations. So obviously right now, this is in research preview, so sometimes it may feel a little slow or a little buggy. And right now, it's only available for Mac OS within the desktop app, perfectly fine. So let me just show you guys what I mean by that. Use your computer use to open up Safari, search for images of cute dogs, and save them to my downloads folder. So I'll shoot this one off, and what we're gonna see is it's able to open up Safari, but then it can't actually type or click. And you can see here, it actually even says, Safari is restricted to read-only access on the system. However, I can use Google Chrome extension to do this. So basically...
All right, this guy's boring me. I wonder if Ali Abdal's written about this. You think he's written about this, boys? Probably not. This guy's stuff is crazy. Hey, Karan, thank you so much for tuning in, bro. It's good to catch you on live because you don't post videos no more. Hey, it's coming soon. It's coming soon. I have some stuff recorded. It's coming out soon. Brand deals are signing off on it. But we are so back. Next quarter, we are so back. Karan, I gotta close the deal. I had to close the deal, bro. So sorry about that. But we are so back in second quarter, dude. We're so back. So stay tuned, man. And it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of stuff coming out, man. It's gonna be a lot of stuff. And I'm gonna make sure that you guys are all well equipped, you're locked in, and you're learning as much as I'm learning in this whole journey of business buying. Let's freaking rock. Thank you, man. I appreciate for all your support, bro. I really do appreciate it, man. You're an OG YouTube fan, man. I appreciate you, dude. So much love. Have a fantastic night and have the greatest Friday that you ever had, man. I'll catch you later. I'll catch you later. But this is a great development, though. This is a great development. We making moves, boys. We making moves. I just got to figure out what the workflow that works for me, you know? Because we got so many, we got to figure out the Claude side for the content side. We got to figure out the Claude side for the holding company, private business acquisition side. Then we got to figure out the Claude side for the hedge fund side too, guys. Because we're deploying into equities. We should be having dashboards. We should be having reports. We should be having screeners. Like, it's certainly possible. I think it's gonna take up a lot of my memory and my tokens. And my laptop is kind of old, boys. This is kind of old. I'm running on M1. So I don't know if it actually has the processing power to do what I want it to do, but we gonna figure it out, boys. We gonna figure it out, dudes. We gonna figure this stuff out, man. But I'm so optimistic and I'm so excited about this stuff, man. As you guys can see, I be smiling ear to ear when it comes to this stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna think through what are some use cases here. We're gonna rock and roll. But boys, I appreciate you guys coming back even after I freaking had a power outage, boys. Even after I had a freaking power outage, boys. After a power outage, you boys still pulled back up. I appreciate that. You guys are freaking epic, and I love and I appreciate all y'all, man. As always, go deploy Dispatch, boys. Give it a shot. Scare money don't make no money. Hey, the moral of the story from today. The moral of the story from today is number one, don't be scared. Don't be scared to tap into software, boys. Software is trading at a discount to SP 500 for the second time in global history. Even when revenue growth is triple it, gross margins are double, and revenue visibility is through the roof. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is just like, it's a no-brainer, guys. It's a no-brainer. So be careful as you're investing and deploying, but don't be scared by looking into the dumps a little bit into some of the fire sales, all right? Kevin, you're funny, bro. I really thought it was, Kevin. And thank you, Karan. I appreciate that, bro. But Shred Lords, I'm gonna go. I gotta hop on a meeting actually for the Portco. We have someone that's in the Philippines, and it's her afternoon, so I gotta meet with her after this and get her staffed up for next week before she heads into the weekend. But it's a bunch of fun. I'm having a bunch of fun with this, y'all. Leo, I appreciate you rocking with us, man. Thank you, brother. Garrett, Leo, A-Dub, Boogie, everybody that was here, Richard, all the dogs, Tank Maestro, Ari, everybody. It was a comeback stream. It was a comeback. They really thought they could take my power out? You can't keep a Shred Lord down, bro. You can't keep a Shred Lord down, bro. We bagged, baby, and we went hard, and we learned a lot, man. But, as always, top dogs, keep grinding, stay consistent, keep hustling, take care of yourselves, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Take care of your camp, your family, your friends, your people. Support who supports you, and take care of each other, all right? I don't know if everybody here is in the Discord. If you guys are not in the Discord, before y'all go, if y'all are not in the Discord, get y'all butts in the Discord. Here, I'll paste it for like a quick little second. If you guys are not in the Discord, get in the Discord. It's your one and only shot. Get in the Discord. Get in the Discord before we start charging via school. But, boys, we cooking, we rolling, man. We cooking and we rolling, all right? So let's stay focused. Let's keep working. Let's keep hustling. And let's just stay after. Let's get after it, man. And take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'm gonna be back here tomorrow, chat. Tomorrow we're about to get some motion in. Some Finance Friday motion. I'll be back here tomorrow with some great updates. And I'm gonna share everything with y'all, all right? So much love. I really appreciate y'all. I will catch y'all tomorrow. And stay focused, stay happy. God bless. And I holler at y'all, Shred Lords. Literally right back here tomorrow. All right? Dale, hola, peace. in the Discord now. Get in the Discord. It's a bunch of billionaires in there. It's a bunch of billionaires in the Discord, boys. It's a bunch of billionaires in the Discord, boys. I need $1 billion. Let's be real about it. Let's ride. All right, I'm gone, chat. Bye. Naughty, peace. Really have a real hobby. It's not a real problem, and I still got it. I need $1 billion. Yeah, I've been in the lab, so I'm not one you see around. Thinking about my goals, so I'm not fun to be around. Now I want the whole field. Ain't no bush to beat around. I take it to the sky, so I don't ever see the ground. Wild call by. You can say I'm in the hunt now, living out my fantasy. They love it when I touch down, flyer than a plane or a pelican. I'm up now, money true.